Hey guys, what's up? Ricky here, and then Matt is going to be helping me demonstrate the technique today. We're actually going to be showing a sit-up sweep today. So we're going to kind of get into detail with that. So over here I'm going to have Matt in my guard, right? And then first thing I want to talk about is really his posture, because if he has his posture, it's kind of impossible to do anything. So my first attempt is to try to break his posture. And something that I like to use a lot is pinching my knees here, because say his hands weren't on my stomach, if I pinch my knees and he wasn't resisting and I brought my knees towards me, he'd start to fall forward. So now from here, just keeping my knees pinched makes it hard for him to sit back. He could do it, but he has to use muscle, and it's that muscle that I like to use to sweep with. So if he has his hands on my stomach, I drive my knees towards me. Of course, his hands are going to block me, but the second I feel him stopping me, I can redirect his hands to the floor, and then I can control his triceps, and I'm still using that same motion that's pulling him towards me, the same motion that my knee is doing. So just contracting my knee alone is making it hard for him to do it. My grips on his tricep are doing the same exact motion. So now if he tries to get his hands off the floor, he has to do it one at a time. And if he starts, you see, he can't do two at a time, because if he did both at the same time, he's just going to fall towards me. So I'm kind of just gravitating him towards me without using muscle, right? So from here now, if for some reason he falls on me, it's going to be really easy to connect to him, which does happen a lot of the times. But say he doesn't want to come towards me and I still try to drive him, his resistance alone is going to allow me to sit up, and now I can start to latch on. And from here, I always create a base behind me, because I don't want him pushing me back to the ground. So once I create that base, I can unlock my guard. My opposite foot is kind of keeping our stomachs connected over here. So if he tries to reach for my stomach, it wouldn't be a good reach. Had I been loose here, just one frame on my stomach would destroy everything. So I keep myself very connected, and I'm kind of still pulling him down to the floor, because I kind of need him to resist. So if I feel him trying to resist backwards, here's where I'm going to be able to knock him over his base. And then from here, I can take a big step so that my knee lands under his armpit, so that when I land on mount, I'm already in a high mount. So that instead of him having his elbows inside and his frames inside and being in a bad situation here, I get to be a lot higher where I'm ready to attack, maybe armbar or whatever, right? So again, just fast motion. His hands are on my stomach. I break his posture, control, bringing everything towards me. I find a way to latch on, create that base behind me. If he does decide never to let me sweep him, it opens the doors to kimuras, to guillotines eventually. But say this person's just not trying to get pulled down, so he keeps leaning backwards. So from here, I'm always going to be able to knock him over. I don't go to mount right away. I in fact bring my knee up, and then now from here, I take a nice step and I end up in mount position pretty high here, where you can start looking to attack his arm eventually. Cool. So that's the technique I got for you today. I'll see you guys later this week.